My name's Libet. Currently I go to Georgia State and I work at Anatolia's, which is right downstairs. I'm a host there. Usually the first thing I do is I walk my dog. That's very important that she doesn't use the bathroom in my apartment. My dog's name is Luna Lovegood for all you Harry Potter fans. She cuddles with me in the mornings mostly. At night she'll sleep at like my feet, but she sleeps in the bed with me. It's like, why are you talking about me? I took a psych class in high school and I just absolutely fell in love with the subject. I don't know, it made a lot of sense to me, so I came here to be a psych major. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with it. I've thought about so many different things, like actually being a counselor or just teaching. Where I'm at right now, I think I just want to like travel and get life experience before I decide what I really want to do with it. All of the neighbors, we all know each other. We always just, it's like everyone's home is everyone else's home. We just kind of go from apartment to apartment without knocking. I did have this one awesome party on New Year's. I mean, it's right down the street from the Peach Drop, so there was a bunch of people in here. All my neighbors came. It was just super packed, like you could barely move in here. That was a lot of fun. We're all pretty close.
Hi, I'm Tony Gash, and I live in 501 at the Muse'S. I work downstairs at Anatolia Cafe and Hookah Lounge. It's a hookah lounge. And I'm a waiter, wait tables, but I'll do just about any job that they need me to do. Play piano. I've been doing that for a while. 20 years, 21 years, since I was 5, and I'm 22 now, so somebody else do the math. I've had a few lessons on banjo, but not really proficient. Trumpet would be my secondary instrument if I had to pick one, I think. Played in marching band, Georgia State, in the inaugural marching band. Quit after that year, just because it was kind of time consuming. So now I just make music on a computer here, usually electronic stuff. My real aspiration's film scoring. That's what I'd really like to do. So recently, DM, a good friend of mine, approached me and asked me to score a short film for her titled Mute, and she wanted a sort of piano lullaby is not the right word, but a piano ditty, I suppose, for the end and the end credits. Just a very climactic moment. It was unique to follow the emotions of the mind. She realized that she needed to have sound in her life. As far as a memorable moment living in the Muse's, most recently, the most memorable moment would have been around 4 or 5 a.m. I can't remember the exact time, but the fire alarm went off right as I was trying to go to sleep. And after walking down the lobby, everyone's there from all the different apartments, and there's a lady walking around with her dog in her arms, asking people to smell her dog because her dog smells like smoke. This is the same lady that pulled the fire alarm because she saw smoke, and this is also the same lady who left her oven running, which caused the smoke. So that was a very memorable moment, having to deal with that whole situation and all the people who were very thoroughly upset for being either woken up or prevented from going to sleep. The same lady who wished us to smell her dog, which none of us wanted to do.
What kind of dogs?
It was a very small, annoying, rat-like dog. Very fluffy.
Yeah. Dude, come on, man! Feel a little professional here.
No, I'm not really.
When we wanted to live here, we had no idea what to do because we got on the website and it doesn't say anything. Like, there's barely even a phone number to call.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the history at all.
Yeah.
Joel, you need to improve your chopstick form there.
I've never been more uncomfortable in my life.
My name's Matt German. I go to Georgia State. I don't have a job currently. Last semester I bartended weddings, so that was definitely pretty fun. fun.
I'm Joel Tharp, and I go to Georgia State, and I work at Fresh Order in Midtown, which is like a healthy restaurant.
I'm Andrew Walsh. I go to Georgia State. I don't really do anything. Just kind of, I read a lot. I'm an English major, so I read and write all the time.
One really good thing about Muse's is it's kind of it's a private thing. It's your apartment. You get to do what you want.
When I come home, honestly, like I usually eat and then take a nap almost every time I come home. I have to have my nap every day.
I come home and I just do shit for class. Like I have to read so much. I'm taking 2 journalism classes, and we all usually end up like right here, just chilling on the couch, or playing with the cats, or in the kitchen. Like those are kind of our 3.
I feel like we all have like very different personalities. For the most part, I think it works. Obviously, sometimes we're gonna clash because we're 4 guys with like living in like pretty close quarters.
It's a very fun apartment. It might not be like a very organized or very clean apartment, but it is. It's always a good time at least. There's a lot. I think there were a lot of very like defining moments in the history and the time that we've lived here. For sure, the New Year's party, for many different reasons.
Where to start?
Where to start, honestly?
There were like 2 or 3 girls that passed out like before 10 o'clock.
Oh, and we're dropping him on his head repeatedly.
Yeah, he really lost it. We ended up sending him to the hospital.
I'm telling you, you saw it. You just don't remember seeing it.
I ended up going to the hospital.
I always have a knife on me just for self-protection.
I had to explain to his aunt and uncle what happened.
I don't think had to go is the proper word. I just went.
Yeah.
You're in the hallway with the puking girl.
In the streets.
Well, I was like pretty inebriated myself.
Like he was just completely unconscious.
Whoa, but he weighs like 250 pounds.
4 o'clock, we finally got back to the house.
So we call the paramedics, and they show up.
He like drank an entire bottle of champagne. 30 minutes later, he was like on the floor, like basically dead. And this girl peed in Matt's bed.
I don't even know how they got him down the elevator.
And then one of Matt's friends broke the dining room table. And I just stood there for like an hour and a half.
You can see the peach drop from this window, and I did not see the peach drop that night.
This is all in one
This
part.
happened like within, it was like a 3 hour.
It was like
period
3
where
hours.
Everything
You just
like,
packed all this horrible, horrible stuff happen at once.
My name is Roosevelt Arburn, and I work for the Muse'S Loft as concierge security. I've been here now about 7 years, and it's a pleasant experience working here at the Muse'S. I meet a lot of the Georgia State tenants, and I get along very well with them, and we seem to like each other very well. I normally watch the monitor. As tenants come in, I normally write their names down and you know, ask them where they are going, and I do rounds to make sure the building is secure for the tenants and residents can be happy here so they feel very safe. And I do the outside rounds, checking the door, make sure everything's okay. We have a ghost here. His name is Mr. Muse'S. He know me personally, and he always let me know that I'm doing a good job and something not right here. He'll kind of aggravate some of the tenants with the elevator. The elevator go open and close real quick. But he's a harmless ghost and he's a great ghost. He's a good ghost. Believe it, I know him personally.
I'm not sure what time period, but it used to be a huge clothing company, and they, like the whole building was an entire department store.
The Muse's, aside from being a department store, was also, I think, an armory, and I'm pretty sure it was for the Civil War.
The Muse's was built in the mid-1870s to house several notable businesses, including the Muse's Clothing Company.
There are 65 lofts that were creatively designed with spacious living spaces and 12-foot ceilings.
If you Google Muse's, you just see like leasing information and the number to the front desk and whatnot, but there's not a whole lot of info out there.
It's okay. You can just use it to dust off the piano if you'd like.
This is gonna make it really hard on
me.
Yeah, because when I talk, you should just be like, hold it back there, and then come back with me because they're way quieter than I am.